Hello there, I'm the one who is watching this video. I'm Shantika and today I'm going to be sharing with you 18 things that I learned before turning 18. So let's get started the video. So I turned 18 this year and I'm a cancer baby. As a cancer baby or as an 18-year-old girl, I have learned few things in my life, probably 18. I have marked as 18, but maybe more than that. I have learned, but yeah, 18 things that are important to learn and actually have learned it. Many of for you, it will be too young that I have learned all this, or many of you might think that I am currently late to learn all this. So things that I learned, I will be excited to share with you guys. So let's get started. So here, I have already listed what are the 18 things that I have learned so that I don't gasp in the middle. So yeah, the very first thing and the most important thing actually that we all think somehow we have learned but actually we didn't, which is that self-love. It is the most important thing, and I would say it is the first and also the leading the others. Okay, what I mean to say is that if you know self-love, you will probably get to understand the other 17 things and you will be aligned with that. Okay, I was a girl who used to feel so left out or alone because I wasn't trying to, or I hadn't learned to enjoy my own company. And I'm an introvert and I don't usually make friends that easily. So it was really hard for me, or it is still really hard for me to socialize. That will be the next thing I will be learning throughout the journey. I know there are a lot of things I have to learn, and I'm not saying that 18 things are enough for me to learn to live the whole life. No, there will be a lot of more lessons that I have to learn and I have to go through it. So yeah, I am ready for it. So the very first thing I talked about is the self-love, which played a very important role in my life or anybody's life, I would say. So there are some quotes I would like to share with you that I really liked through knowing more about it. So yeah, the very first one is to fall in love with yourself is the first secret to happiness. I mean, so true, like so true. And it was written by Robert Morley. So yeah, the self-love actually opens the door to happiness. Yes, I would say that. It actually opens the door to happiness. When you are, you feel complete within yourself, you can love the others. You can see the beauty in others, to be more precise. Okay, the second is that you yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection, written by or said by Buddha. Okay, so this also says a lot about self-love, that why it is important. Now the third is life is too short to be mean to yourself. So it's precise and very straightforward. Okay, so yeah, everybody puts an emphasis on the word self-love, and it's the feeling that comes after few practices. You need to, or we need to practice, or I have practiced. I'm talking about myself. So yeah, I have practiced a lot of rituals, or like writing down 10 things about myself that I would like, and also others, and many other rituals or steps that I have followed to be in this path of self-love. I really love myself, and you should guys too. So yeah, moving on to the next one is kind of like same, but yeah, prioritizing yourself or myself. I prioritizes myself, which doesn't mean that I am selfish to others, which means that others come after than me. That's it, and nothing else. Because at some point, you or I have get to understand that life will put us into a situation where we will be left alone, and there will be no one, like literally no one to help you or guide you through this. You will be the only one, the mentor, the guide partner, or living through anything. So yeah, prioritizing yourself and myself is the best thing that I did. After self-love, only then you finally get to know how to prioritize yourself without being selfish. So yeah, now the third one is not being too lazy. Like for example, as a sense, I was being lazy. Why? Because I was not shooting. I wanted to shoot, I wanted to be in the spotlight, but what I was doing, I was just dreaming about it, that I'm in the spotlight and all and all. But dreams don't work when you don't work for it, right? I mean to say that it's okay to have the thought first. I mean, to work first, you have to take the decision, or you very first of all, you should have the thinking, the thought of it, the thought of starting my new content creation, or being an influencer, or being a content creator. So the thought comes in. After that, we start dreaming about it. I started dreaming about it, and I stayed there. Like, I was 24/7, I used to dream, but there was no actual work or action that I took. Never pay me unless and until I don't work for it. Like, in this universe, we have to work for what we want to do. And after we start taking the actions or take steps one by one, things will align to it. Because I do believe in universe, or I would say that I do believe in hard work, which is, if you start work, if you start working, a day will come when it will pay you. So yeah, not being too lazy. Okay, the fourth thing is that do not obsess with or over a person. You know what I mean? I mean, if you get it, you get it. Like, do not do that. And I did that. I suffered, and now I got the lesson to not to obsess over somebody who doesn't even know about me, or doesn't know anything about me. That's it. Yeah, that's enough. I mean, that's enough excuse to not pay attention to them. That's it, right? The fifth one, having a good relationship with parents. So yeah, when I was young, I had good relation with everyone, to be honest. But when I grew, like the teenage period where we are the one in this world, so yeah, we are the only person who created this world, in a sarcasm. Okay, so we think we are the superior, and I myself thought that I'm the superior. I acted like I make the money, and I pay them and all and all. Okay, so yeah, yes, I did that, and I'm really sorry for that to my parents. And now, or just the moment I got to realize that they are the one for me, or they are the real God for me, then and then I stopped behaving like that. Because there are points when nobody could help you, but your parents will be there with you. Like, literally, they will be in there when you have not even think about it, that they would support you or they would help you. So yeah, say thanks to them, and I say it thanks to my parents. So yeah, now the sixth is getting a hobby. So what I learned is that stress will come and go, life will go up and down. We all know that life goes with ups and downs, but having a hobby is very important. Why so? Because you get to enjoy yourself, right? It means finally you could do something that makes you feel happy. Like, there could be multiple things, not necessarily it could be something related to art, dance. It could be anything. It could be watering plants or planting, or even for the brainiacs, it could be solving a mathematics problem, which okay, that's horrified for me. The eighth thing that I learned, that I am working on, is how to talk to people. There are steps. Okay, there are steps to initiate talking. Okay, and I don't socialize a lot. I am working on it. I have not got a PhD on this, but yeah, I'm definitely working on it. And I will say that it really feels good when you have the courage, and you are not stopping yourself from talking to others, from knowing others, or yeah, to get yourself more open and socialize yourself. Yeah. The ninth thing is that gratitude. It is really important, or I would say it should be there. It should be there. Why? Because thanks for everything. Thanks for this life. Okay, maybe I was not born into a rich family, but thanks that I have got all the essential things that are needed to survive in life. So yeah, thanks for that. Thanks to my parents, and thanks to God for all those things. Because after a point when, if by God, if I lose anything of it, I will regret. So yeah, better to gratitude about it rather than regretting about it in the next. The 11th thing is that broad mindset. So I have got to understand what is cheap mentality and what is broad mentality, and there is no neutral in it. I would say that neutral is not the position. If you are cheap, you are cheap. If you are broad, if you have that broad mindset, then you are broad. For me, broad mindset would be accepting people the way they are, unless and until they are not harmful to any others. Yeah, and also kind to others. Yeah, kindness and sweetness to others, understanding people's opinion. Yeah, that's pretty much it. The 12th thing that I learned is that controlling my emotion rather than controlling others. Yeah, the only thing that I could control in this lifetime is me, myself, and my emotions, and all the things happening around me or for me or inside me, actually, not all around me, it's inside me. For example, if a person is toxic to me, it is my responsibility to move away from this person. If I stay there and tell him or her, tell that person that you are being toxic to me, you shouldn't do this to me, you shouldn't do that to me, it's just do not work. If the person wanted to understand, he would have understand earlier, not giving you that pain, that putting him to grief and sadness, right? So yeah, stop controlling others, control myself, control my emotions, be myself, and that's it. So yeah, number 13th is that say no to overreaction. Which means that if a situation is given to me, I should be understanding it, then accepting it, then working on it without panicking or getting an anxiety attack. I know these are not something which a person can control, but they can work on it, right? If I had the anxiety attack and panic attack, I should know, I should be self-aware about it and work on it, meditate or seek therapy, which is my responsibility to do, not others responsibility to clear this out. Now, the 14th thing that I learned is that learning to detach. So learning to detach is also important, not in a somebody's perspective, but yeah, to detach and to accept a defeat. Okay. The 15th thing is to learn from the past, work in the present for the future. If you get it, you get it. So the 16th thing is the physical activity. So physically active hona is very important. Okay. Everybody now around said all about this, that physically you should be physically active, at least for an hour or 15 minutes or 20 minutes. Take a walk, take a long walk to yourself. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's so that your body can maintain itself. Yeah. So the 17th thing is that eating healthy, and the 18th thing is that cutting off any negativity or negative thoughts. Because it acts as a barrier to whatever you have thought for yourself and what the bigger dreams you dreamt, because it really stops you or prevent you from achieving it. So yeah, that's it for today. I hope you have enjoyed the video, and also you have might get some advices, I would say, to apply onto yourself. Yeah, see you in the next video. Bye.